Hello and welcome everybody to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 126. In the last video, we had an incredible, probably one of the best aggressive decks I've ever drafted, full stop, and we had a clean 7-0. Really good red-white aggro deck. And you know what? I might have a little taste for some beatdowns once again. So let's hop into this draft and hopefully we can put together another nice finish. Now, before we head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some singles to round out your constructed decks, your standard decks, your pioneer decks, your modern decks, or commander decks, or you wanted to buy some booster boxes, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, make sure you check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want really good deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, all that good stuff to make sure you're fully prepared for your next tabletop event. Let's say you're playing with friends or going to a tournament. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, here we go. Eshki. Well, I was thinking about going aggro, but if you open Eshki, I think you just have to take Eshki. This card's awesome. 4 mana for a 4/4 Vigilance Trample Ward 1. You just need to cast like a spell and a creature. Oftentimes being able to play like a Harmonize spell out of the yard is really nice. This is a really solid pack in general. Sage is okay. Marshal of the Lost is good. Dragonclaw Strike is fine. Dragon Booter's Relic is awesome. I do think I like Eshki more. But Dispelling Exhale, Dragon's Prey, also really good comments. But let's first pick the Eshki Dragonclaw and then kind of see where the rest of the packs go. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 2. Oh my gosh, look at these uncommons. As much as I like Sipsig Appraiser, there is both Channel Dragonfire, Twin Maw Stormbrood, and Disruptive Stormbrood in this pack. I think I want one of the dragons, but I'm not sure which one. They're both really good. This kills bigger things, but I've had this come into play and just like kill a lot of things, and usually I don't want to be white. But this one is like, if I'm Eshki, I might more be like a Teamer deck, and if I do end up straight Teamer, the Twin Maw Stormbrood is better. So let's take that. I think it's really close between the two. If I get some globes, this is not going to matter, right? If I get some globes, then they're both really good. All right, moving on to pack 1, pick 3, we have Dragon Sniper, one of my favorite uncommons. There's also Kishla Skimmer and the Runescale Stormbrood. All really solid options. This one is just okay. I just don't counter things that often. I think I'd rather have one of these two uncommons here. And this early in a draft, there's also this... I think I'm just going to take the Skimmer. I just feel like when it's this early, you take the Skimmer and you can lean in certain directions to make sure that you can have some good value to get with this card. Like if there's a close pick and I have a Skimmer, I'll take the thing that gets something back from the graveyard. Here we have some lands. Einok Wayfarer is pretty nice with the Skimmer. There's also Dragon in the pack, but of course we are taking the Molten Exhale here. So this looks a very solid start so far. Right, 2 removal spells, great 4-drop, and a Skimmer. Ooh, now we have a choice between Rakshasa's Bargain and Dragonstorm Globe here. There's also Rugged Highlands for mana fixing. Temur Tawny back, a little bit less so, but I think for me it's between the Bargain and the Globe. I mean, I'm taking the Bargain. As much as I like the Globe, and the Globe is nice, I think the Bargain is just on another level of card advantage. And I've definitely drafted some decks where I end up a little bit light on actual card advantage. So I do the first copy of any card advantage card, I think you should value very highly. Here we have a Sagu Pummeler and a Tranquil Cove. Cove allows us to play the Twin Maw Stormbrood. Pummeler is just a decent blocker. I'm going to take the Pummeler here. I also have a Kishla Skimmer, which is really nice with the Pummeler. So I do think that's something that I am interested in here. Here, I don't really love the Inspirited Vanguard. It's just another expensive card. But here's the thing. It's an expensive card that's not a dragon. So I don't really care so much for it. I think I'd rather just take something cheaper. There's a Roamer's Routine, but I don't love this card very much. I'm just going to take the Sultai Devotee as another just nice 2-mana play here that gives me mana fixing for, you know, my Sultai colors, because oftentimes you splash Sultai. Karakit Guardian pick 8 is absolutely insane. There's also Temur Monument. I love both of these cards. So really interesting to see this. It does feel like there's actually several Mardu drafters at this table. And you know what? I am here for it. Thank you, everybody, for taking all the Mardu cards. Dispelling Exhale on the wheel. Okay, well, this is just... This draft is going incredibly smooth here for us so far. We have nice, cheap things to play. Good ways to block in the early game. And now we can focus our attention on lands if we see them. And I just like, you know, we have good interaction as well and card draw. Just kind of has everything. Don't think I'm ever playing this Rakshasa, so I'll take the Nest Guard in case I absolutely need a 3-mana play. There's also Rainveil Rejuvenator, but I'm not a big fan of that either. Okay, so looking like we have a nice blue-green or Teamer shell with a potential black splash with 2 Devotees, a Dismal Backwater. We do have the Rakshasa's Bargain already, but yeah, I do really like this start so far. Let's see what we have here. Blue-green base, there is a Spectral Denial and a Dragonbrood's Relic. Don't really care about the Caustic Exhale on the black splash. I mean, I guess now I kind of wish I took the Globe. What did I take over the Globe? Oh, Rakshasa's Bargain? Sure. All right, let's take the Dragonbrood's Relic here and try to make this work. This allows me to also play the Twin Maw Stormbrood, and now I kind of wish I took the land over the Pummeler, but whatever. Mardu Siegebreaker is just okay. I don't feel like I care too much for it in this deck, however, so I don't think I'm going to take it here. This is a really weak pack otherwise, though. Given that I'm going to be a blue-green base deck splashing red and black, what do I want? There's a Focus the Mind for card draw. Not really a synchronized charge deck, and I think Salt Road Skirmish is too inefficient of a removal spell to play. So I can take either Focus... You know, honestly, I'm just going to take the land out of this pack. I don't think I need a Focus the Mind here. And I have so many playables after pack 1 that I think I can just afford to take mana for my deck now, just to make sure that I can cast all my spells. Here, like I said, like I don't really care too much for these uncommons. Sage is just fine. I think I'm just going to take Jungle Hollow just to continue working on my mana base here. Until something really stands out. Here now we have some interesting choices. We have Piercing Exhale, Sultai Monument, and Durgar Island Dragon. I do really love the Sultai Monument for mana fixing. Piercing Exhale can also be interesting because I have 2 Sultai Devotees though. But I'm going to take Sultai Monument. This is just an excellent, excellent mana fixer and a mana sink in the late game, so I really do like this card a lot. Now moving on to this pack, pack 2, pick 5, there's Boulderborn Dragon, which I don't really care for. It's fine, it's a dragon. Formation Breaker isn't particularly good in this deck, but I do really like Rally the Monastery as a card. So I'm just going to take this here, and yeah, let's just make sure that we can find enough mana fixing to make this work. Here I'll take another Rakshasa's Bargain as a card advantage spell, so we are looking very, very good on the spells front. We're going to just need to make sure that we have some of our mana and our creatures covered. Going to take a Windscarred Crag here now. I don't actually love Sage of the... Actually... No, I take that back. I need a 3-drop. Let's just take Sage of the Fang. And I have the Kishla Skimmer. So this is precisely that point where I was thinking, okay, well, let's just make sure that we prioritize... we have some tiebreaker cards for the Skimmer. Now we can take Jungle Hollow versus Sultai Monument. I love the monuments. What can I say? And now I will take a Bloodfell Caves. All right, I think, you know, the upside for this pack is that I think we did a really good job of just making sure that we got good mana fixing. We picked up 2 monuments and a bunch of lands. So I do like that about this, but certainly could use some more creatures for the deck. Now there's a Gurmag Nightwatch, which, not sure. Well, you know, honestly, this might make the deck if we need enough playables, but I don't love this card unless I'm just like a straight Sultai deck. There's a Boulderborn Dragon as well, but... don't really have any good dragon cards for the time being. Here, there's a Karsi Revenant, which is a really good card, but it's double black, which we might actually be able to pull off. This could actually be a Sultai deck, honestly. Splashing red for a couple of these red cards. I could see that happening, and this is extremely powerful. There's also Kishla Trawlers, but we don't have a million spells to get back, and we're not really good at milling our graveyard very well. Like, we just don't have that many creature cards to put into our graveyard just yet. There's also Dragon's Prey as just a good removal spell to play. You know what? I'm just going to take the Revenant here. It also works with the Skimmer. All right, let's move into Sultai here. Possibly, let's have a Sultai base with some light red splashes. That's kind of where my mindset is now. Don't really care about Breaching Dragonstorm. I do think I have enough expensive things to play right now, so I'm looking for more cheap interaction. There's a Frontier Bivouac, which is also excellent mana fixing. But I do think, like with the 2 monuments and the lands, I think I'll be okay. I think I'd rather have some of these cheap interaction spells. Do I want Molten Exhale or Glacial Dragon Hunt? I'll take the Glacial Dragon Hunt because I have the Kishless Skimmer. Okay, let's move on. Here we have Sinkhole Surveyor, which is really good. There's a Sago Wildling too, though. This does feel like a deck that really wants to Sago Wildling, and I'm not going to have a mana base that allows me to play this on turn 2 that often, so let's take this for mana fixing. And let's move on. Don't really care for Ice Ridge Serpent. Kintree Severance is an okay removal spell. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 removal spells. There's also Spectral Denial. I actually think my deck can probably use a counterspell, and we're going to be a blue-green base. So maybe I take that. Although this is also just a solid removal spell. It's a 4-mana removal spell, though. But it does kill anything. Yeah, you know, I've actually been kind of a fan of the counterspells in general. So let's take the Spectral Denial here as another 2-mana option. Now there's a Dispelling Exhale. There's also Encroaching Dragonstorm, but I think my mana is okay. There's also a Kiru Goldkeeper, which is nice because it's a dragon to go with some of my exhales. So maybe I take something like that. And I do need more creatures. I have 11 creatures right now. And it works with the Kishless Skimmer. All right, let's take the Kiru Goldkeeper here. Just to make sure that we have things to play for the mana curve. And now we have the choice between... Oh, Dispelling Exhale. I think I got to take that. I think this card is just excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now we have a Piercing Exhale. I guess I can play 1 copy of this. It does act as a removal spell. I do have the 2 Death Touch creatures, which is nice. And now I do think I probably just take mana. I'm not interested in any of these cards. Champion of Doosan is just filler level card. Temur Tawnyback is pretty decent, so I'll take that. Dismal Backwater. I don't really care about the Veteran Ice Climber. I think I just want more mana fixing. So let's take that. Let's take Bloodfell Caves. Yeah, and now we're just taking as much mana fixing as we can pick up here. No tri-lands, but double Sultai Monument with all these lands. The black is looking really good. We have 5 black lands. We only have the Karsi Revenant and the Kiru Goldkeeper. But I think this is still going to be fine. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 31 minus 7 is 24. I do think this deck can probably get away with playing 16 lands, especially with 2 Sultai Monuments in the deck. Oh, and a Sago Wildling. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I think this is actually just a deck. We're just kind of playing all the cards that we drafted. The Gurmag Nightwatch, I guess we could consider playing, but I kind of like everything else more. And I do think we did a pretty good job of being able to pick up... We did a pretty good job of just being able to pick up enough stuff for the Kishless Skimmer to really give us a bunch of value. All right, so I just need to probably cut a land here. I think one of each makes a lot of sense here, because we have the Sago Wildling. Certainly want 1 Swamp as well. Okay, and then maybe cut like... How many? Oh, wow, we need a lot of green sources. Something like this. I guess I can cut one of these tap lands if I feel like I have too much of a color. Oh, I also have the Sultai Monument, so Swamp is an absolute must. But I think I can get away with 1 Swamp, honestly. I do have the 2 Sultai Devotees as well. 6 green sources. I feel like I want lots of forests. I want at least 6 forests, I think. I just have a lot of green cards. So this gives me 7 plus the Sultai Monument. Maybe shave Bloodfell Caves. I can actually probably shave both of them. Like, I don't have that many red cards. I have Eshki, Karakik. Actually, no, I do have some red cards. Oh. Is my mana, like, rougher than I thought it was going to be? I probably need to play 1 island here. It's just so important that I have green mana. And I have the Devotees. Like, the green just unlocks everything else. All right, so this gives us 7 green, 4 blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. And for red, we have 1, 2, 3 red. Okay. Actually, oh man, this is tough. All right, well, the mana base for this deck was like almost impossible to figure out. But I think this is probably the best that I have. And the more I look at this, it's just going to get worse for me. So let's just play this and figure it out. All right, now before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and would like to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support, as it truly means a lot, and it really allows me to continue making this content. Access to the Patreon really allows you to join an excellent community. Big shout out to everybody in the Discord, because it's just a really, really active community of people looking to get better at Limited, just like yourself. All right. Opponent on the play here, and can't cast anything, but let's hope for the best. Hopefully we can play out this Karsi Revenant. Ooh, that's actually really nice. All right, we can lead with the Windscarred Crag here. Our opponent went Frontier Bivouac. And then we can go Dismal Backwater. So now if we draw a black source, we can play the Revenant. All right, Jeskai Poised Practitioner, okay. Seems like a good opportunity to run out Glacial Dragon Hunt. See what we draw. Kind of want to just play this, but I don't know what to discard. Yeah, let's just discard that. Mostly because I just want to play out the Goldkeeper next turn and then play out the Revenant. I think both of them are just really great creatures to play. All right, Rainveil Rejuvenator. No mill. Play the Goldkeeper. Oh! What? Okay. I didn't have the mana to play it. My bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this for black. Because I have the Revenant. And then let's play the Relic. Big whoops. Stormshriek Feral, okay. Ooh, look at them. Getting all the value. Well, given this, because I don't have the mana to play the Glacial Dragon Hunt, I think I'm just going to play out the Karsi Revenant. Hopefully they don't have anything. Blocks really well. Oh, wait, no, I can. Can I? Yeah, I can. Perfect. Oh no, I can't do both. I can't do both. I can't tap this for Harmonize and tap it for mana. Stormplane Detainment. Uh-oh. This is a lot of damage coming in. Ouch. Wow, you have another big play here too? They didn't even pump. Wait, what the heck? There's no way they have a... Yeah, trick there, right? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Next turn I can crack the Sultai Monument. Alright, they played a... Flash Dragon. Oh, this is so much damage. I might just be dead, honestly. This is just way too much. Like one removal spell and we're dead. If not, we might be able to stabilize. Depending on what they have. Okay, so we just gotta block both of these. We're at 2. Crack this, maybe? Okay. Hey, still not dead. Unless they have another removal spell. Oh! Oh! Attack? Okay. Karakik Guardian? Sultai Devotee? Okay. Wow. Dragon Brood's Relic on the natural sacrifice off of my lands. That's insane. 2 cards. They can't attack me. Okay, let's play Rakshasa's Bargain. Let's take both of those. Let's attack. Okay. Wow. Did I play a land this turn? I don't remember. Okay, I didn't. Good. Okay, this is perfect. What does this do? Okay. I think we're gonna win! Holy cow. They just had like nothing else. That is insane. I'm gonna hold the rally. Wow, 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 wow. Alright. Now we can just attack with everything. Okay. Well, this is an attack for 10. Presumably they have something for the Karakit Guardian. Piercing Exhale. Sure. Surveil 2. I'm at 17, I guess? Let's play this. Let's get an island. Oh, wow, it was the last land left in my deck. Let's pop this. And let us pass. And if they somehow wrath the board, I can still just, like, play Rally the Monastery and kill my opponent that way. Good game. All right. Oh my gosh. I thought I was for sure dead. You know, like, you know how, like, when you start running bad, you're just like, oh my gosh, they're just going to have the removal spell. They actually didn't have it there, and we actually stabilized. Whew. Dragon Brood's Relic for the win. All right, opponent on the play here. Yeah, my mana isn't great, but it's okay. I do have the Sultai Devotee, which we will be leaning on. And I guess I also have Rally the Monastery that I could use as an interactive spell. If I draw an island, I can play Rakshasa. If I draw an island or a swamp, I can play the Rakshasa's Bargain on 3. Sadly, you can't do this infinitely. Maybe that would make them too good. All right, opponent on the mulligan. That's good for us. Sandstep Citadel. Okay, Tranquil Cove. Oh, that was great. So now I can play Rakshasa's Bargain on 3. Nomad Outpost. Okay. Ooh, Kishless Skimmer. Huh. Let's play the Devotee. Like, the thing is, nobody ever kills the Devotee. And the Kishless Skimmer is kind of a lightning rod for removal. What the? What the? Okay. Interesting. Well, now I think I might want to just go Molten Exhale to kill the Brigade. So maybe I don't go with the Rakshasa's Bargain and play the Windscarred Crag. Just to make sure that I can unlock the Exhale. Like, even if I don't want to kill the Shock Brigade, there's just a lot of things that my opponents can play here on turn 4. It would be amazing if I can actually kill something big, like Molten Exile something small and then kill something big with the Rally the Monastery. It's probably unlikely. We'll see. Starry-Eyed Skyrider. Okay. Ooh, Kiro Goldkeeper. I mean, I can certainly just play that. Maybe I do. It's just the best use of my mana, right? Blue, green, black. So let's play this. And let's attack. They missed a land drop, so that's certainly good for us. And our board is looking very, very solid here. Goldkeeper also, of course, very, very nice with the skimmer that I have. Yeah, this is a most ambitious mana base. We got the power, but it is an ambitious mana base. Looks like they might be interested in killing the Goldkeeper. Tempest Hawk? What are we doing? I don't know, but I like what they're doing. Wow. Huh. Well, I can't play the Karsi Revenant. I guess I just relax. So, with this, I can play the Rakshasa's Bargain and Molten Exhale at instant speed. And so it's going to be really tough for them to actually attack me here. So we'll see. Bearer of Glory, okay. Alright, so let's play the Bargain here. That looks good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a lot of action. Okay, so definitely the Relic. Then is it Dispelling Exhale or the Twin Maw Stormbrood? Twin Maw Stormbrood seems awesome. Okay. Just don't need the Dispelling Exhale. And why don't we go ahead and kill the Starry-Eyed Skyrider? Okay. Another Rakshasa's Bargain. Although I can also just play Karsi Revenant. Let's just start attacking. Okay, let's play the Relic. And let's play the Revenant. Yep, that looks good. Alright. Just all premium cards. They did hit land number 4, but I just have a bunch of really, really strong flyers here. Like, yeah, I don't even really care about this. Although, you know what? Tempest Hawk is actually really annoying, right? Yeah, I guess Tempest Hawk is annoying. So I kind of want to block that. So just this, and then just block one of these. Sure. Three, four, five, six. Okay. There's Glacial Dragon Hunt. We can discard. Okay. I'm just saying the trickiest thing about this deck is figuring out how my mana works, because I don't have any globes. So it's like hard mode without globes. But whatever, we are 2-0. All right, opponent on the play. You know, this one, the mana isn't super embarrassing. We have Sultai Devotees are a glue creature in our deck. Furious Forebear, okay. Starry-Eyed Skyrider, sure. Let's make a 3/3. Next turn, I can play Devotee and keep both Exhales up, which I like. Dragonfire Blade. Okay. Interesting. That works. I kind of just want to keep up Counterspell, to be honest. Like, what does this do? Protection from monocolored? They're at 17. They get back their silly 2-drop, but I think that's okay. Okay, sure. I don't think they're going to attack me, so... Okay, I gotta tap properly here. White, green. Let's get blue, I guess. Okay. And pass. So yeah, I mean, the Starry-Eyed Skyrider can certainly attack us. But... yeah, alright. We're still good. Man, Devotee is doing so much work. Oh my gosh, look at all this value. Well, I can't cast the Revenant. So maybe I put that in my graveyard. Although it's so good to cast. Alright, whatever. I'll just take the 2 good spells here. Another red source here for us. I think I wanted to play the Tawny back just because this allows me to keep up counter magic and I have the dragon, so. And I don't think I care about Windscarred Crag, honestly, so I can pitch that. I'd rather just have another Sultai Monument for the late game. But for now, let's keep up Dispelling Exhale. Like, this is just straight up a hard counter. Yeah. Boom. Dragon Brood's Relic. That's a really interesting card, for sure. Let's think. Now is probably a good time to just, like, give this wings an attack. So I just want to play everything. So, like, Sultai Monument. Get me a swamp. Play said swamp. Play Relic. And then play this on Temur Tawny back. Let's tap this. Attack. Boom! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 more land, and we get to crack the Relic as well. What color is this? Oh, it's all colors. That's nice. Sarkhan's Resolve. Temur Tawny back down. Okay. They're at 11 life. Reputable Merchant. Okay. Sure. Do they want to attack me? We're at 23 life, so it's kind of tough. Let's discard this. Let's go the Merchant. And I have another counter spell up, or do I want to just, like, play the dragon? Let's just play the dragon. Blue. Let's do that. Okay. And the Monument also just gives us kind of late game value, and given the life total, it's just really hard for them to attack me. Okay. So I'll block here. I guess they get their little dingus back. Okay, so there is our land. Hexproof from monocolored. Okay. Darn. I don't think I want to crack it just yet. Let's go blue, green, black. Let's make some tokens. I just feel like we can go wide and win that way. And keeping up Counterspell here seems pretty good. Venerated Storm Singer. Sure. Furious Forebear, okay. Ooh, oh, protection for monocolored. Now what? I mean, we just attack with everything and they're dead, so. Ooh. That's also pretty cool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, so they have something, it seems. Piercing Exhale, sure. Okay. And do we just make a dragon to go to the face? Or do I just... Oh no, that I could have played this first. Whatever. Yep. Yeah, they go to 1. All right, we're just getting mountains and mountains of value off of our cards, and that's what's allowing us to win. Yeah. Man, that relic has been incredible. All right, on the play. Ooh, we got the Sago Wildling. I'm going to keep this hand. If I have 2 tap lands and a relic and a devotee, I'm assuming my mana will be rock solid. We go turn 2 devotee into relic into, I mean, we'll figure it out. That's a nice thing about these 5-color decks. Every draw, it's a treat. You don't know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. Okay, Saga Wildling, turn 1 from the opponent. This is a nice way to trigger Eshki too, by the way. All right, let's go devotee. Unclear that I actually need to get a land with the Wildling. I have 4 lands already. Wow. Okay. What are they tapping this? Okay. I'm going to cast this now before it gets countered. Oh my gosh, this hand is absurd. Oh, what do I take? I feel like I need a removal spell. Do I just take both the removal spells? The Monument also seems really good as a way to keep hitting my land drops. Holy cow. All right, let's take these 2. That was hard. Attuned Hunter, okay. Yeah, let's just run this out. Karsi Revenant was obviously a very good draw. Yeah, Tawny back, Rally the Monastery. I really don't know what I should have kept. I think I have plenty of cards where the Tawny back is just not that impactful. I mean, it's obviously good, but I don't really need to do that. Tapping this again? Okay, sure. Alright, no attacks. Let's get a land. Probably get a swamp. Okay, and then play this. Play this. All right, we're good. Look at that. That was a really good turn. We played a lot of things, hit our land drops, and we now have access to 6 mana, which allows us to play the Tarkir Guardian, which is great. No Dragonstorms for all of our random dragon cards, but hey, we can still just be 5-color value. Karsi Revenant is just a really annoying creature that has to be dealt with, and then after they do, like I can just put that somewhere else. The Narset removal would be good because it would exile this. But I mean, this is why I love the Monument. It's like, oh, we've run out of gas? Well, we got more. Plenty more gas in the tank. Roamer's Routine. All right, it is Guardian time. Okay, let's play the land. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one more land here, and we can crack the Relic as well. Sultai Devotee into 2 cards left in hand. There is the land. So, you know, actually, I'm going to get the Dragon in play because that allows me to play around Piercing Exhale with the Devotee. So let's do this first. It's just, yeah, like that's one of the ways they can kill my Tarkir Guardian, right? So I just want to play around that if I can. Obviously, there's other ways to kill it, but like I said, this just lets me play around the Piercing Exhale. Narset's Rebuke, okay? That would have been nice to use on this, but whatever. We still have a Baneslayer Angel in play. We have a Sultai Monument, Sagu Pummeler. Plenty more action to go. Probably want to put Karsi Revenant on the Sagu Pummeler. Alright, there's a Sagu Wildling. And Roamer's Routine. Okay, we get to smack for 6. And I just want to put the most power and toughness in play. Not sure what that entails. It's probably just playing Sagu Pummeler, but let's play this first. Oh my gosh. Can I play Eshki? I can. Okay, let's go. Oh gosh. Okay, Eshki into my hand. And let's go Twinmar Stormbrood as well. And then we can just play that now. Oh wow. Then we draw a card. Oh, this is pure value. We are just living the good life right now. We got Eshki in play, a Baneslayer Angel in play. They're playing some kind of silly, unplayable siege here. This is all looking... Look, yeah, just draw all your cards, friend. It is okay. There you go. What you got next? A Sarkhan? Sure. Alright, so we just killed a Sarkhan and they are dead. I guess they have a treasure. Kill you. Let's play this just because it blocks the Wildling. Yeah. 8, 12, yeah. Alright. Doing Neshki things. Doing 5-color things. It's not quite the way that we drew it up here in terms of the dragon nonsense, but look, we're still just playing a bunch of good cards. We got removal, we have Rakshasa's bargains. Like, this is still a totally fine way to approach this format. All right, I am on the play here, and a bit of a slow hand, but because I'm on the play, I'm going to keep. We have Island, Forest, Sage of the Sang, Piercing Exhale. Any untapped land, any land for that matter, would let us play Rakshasa's Bargain for 4, which should hopefully unlock the rest of this hand. Turn 2 Teamer, Sultai Monument would also be quite strong here. Ooh. Well, that'll get it done. Dismal Backwater off the top, so now we can play the Bargain here as long as I play the Island on turn 3. Wow. I would really not want this to get countered, but it could. We'll see. You know what? I'd rather have them discard than cast this card. They just kept a 2-lander on the draw. Okay. Champion of Doosan. Okay. And the thing is, this is still a game that we're doing very, very well in. I just need to play around a Dispelling Exhale with, you know, some backup or whatever. I want to get a Swamp with this, so let's play this. Swamp. And I guess I'll just play Sage of the Fang now. I have infinite mana now. They could have a removal spell here. A fresh start is okay. This is still in play. Are they going to hit their lands? Undergrowth Leopard, okay. And, well... As tempting as it is to play the bargain, I can also just crack the monument for 2 creatures. I think I just want to do that. I just want to keep playing to the board if I can. No reason not to, right? And if I can find an untapped red source next turn, that would be amazing. Dragon Brood Relic, okay. Still no land for the opponent. Now we fire this off. Red source would be great. There is the red source. Wow. Yeah, I definitely want the red source. And then I want to add to the board, so maybe Temur Tawny back. Is that better than the Pummeler? I think so, just because it lets me dig. Oh no, I can't play something this turn. I have to play the red tap land. Then do I want Molten Exhale? No, I have enough removal. Okay, we'll take the Tawny back still. So the reason why I'm doing this is I just don't want to give them a mana off the Dragon Brood's Relic. And I have removal for other things as well. I don't have a white mana source for the Eshki, which is unfortunate. Oh. Could just do that. Okay. Looks like some kind of removal spell, and then we go Karakit Guardian, and that's probably just the game. I guess we need a second red source or a white source, or I can't actually even get Eshki going. Sultai Devotee. All right. Yeah, okay. This is just too much. All right, well, I mean, to be fair, that one, my opponent just got mana screwed. So it is what it is, but, you know, it happens to us as well sometimes. Honestly, I'm shocked that we haven't lost to our mana just yet, because our mana, like I said, isn't perfect. We have lots of lands and stuff, but, like, if our opponent knew to kill our Devotee, we'd probably be in a lot of trouble in a lot of our games. All right, on the play... You know what? I think I need another red source in my deck. I think I'm going to put the Bloodfell Caves back in. We've got a lot of red cards. That is a super lucky draw. Wow. Well, that's gonna... That Windscarred Crag off the top means I can cast some of my red removal spells, which is great. Fortunately, it looks like our opponent's also on some kind of multicolored nonsense deck, so that helps us. Okay, well, we have all of our colors now. So it's just a matter of playing out our dragons. Sagu Pummeler, sure. Okay, maybe that's what I want to do. All right, we got some Surveils. Do I want the Keru Goldkeeper? I don't think so. I mean, the thing is, there's value. Like, there's value in this just to be in the graveyard. Actually, you could argue that there's more value if this is just in the graveyard, so. What are your thoughts on the Dragonfire Blade, by the way? Is it good? Well, not good with that. Okay. I think a counterspell is lurking around this corner. They could have played Unending Whisper. They could have equipped. So I just feel like I need to play around a counterspell here. They could also have a removal spell, but you know what? I think the safest... I think I just do this. I think they have a counterspell. So I think this is... Obviously, I don't get to Dispelling Exhale this turn. But I think that's okay. Lacide Prowler. Okay, well, that's certainly a good target for the roast effect. I could also just play the Karakik Guardian, but let's just kill this. Oh, they have Snakeskin Veil? Sure. Alright, you dead. Okay. Alright, no... I mean, that's a nice thing about the Devotee is that it can't really attack. Now, they can, I guess, put counters on this. A second one? What? Excuse me? Okay. Well, they milled so many cards. Sure. Well, hopefully they just don't have an answer to the flyer. We're at 23, so this is a lethal attack next turn. They can't do anything to the Guardian. They can blade me, but I don't care. Like, I'm at 23, so... Oh, the other Prowler can get in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Wait, they don't want to give anything reach? Oh, they are. They're using the Pummeler. Okay, so if I can find some kind of removal spell here, then this is excellent for me. So blue, black, green. Bargain. Let's find an answer. Huh. I think I like these two. Gonna attack with this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 3 cards. What you got? Oh, we racing. Although I think they're just dead if that happens, right? We did take 9. That is a lot of damage. Because I can attack for 6 and then just make a dragon and then ping them, hit them for 3. And this thing has hexproof, so they have to play some kind of flyer or something. I'll let that resolve, of course. Yeah, okay, they're dead. Can we just naturally do it with our lands? I think so. Kaboom. All right. All right. Orbs overrated. Rank at 29. Let's keep the win streak alive here. And 6-0. One more? Okay, opponent on the plate. Hey, we can... Oh, I forgot to add a red source. Oops. Yeah, I forgot to add a red source. Okay. Mystic Monastery is the play here. Hopefully they're not Mardu. Ooh. I am going to chill here. I feel like I'd rather just counter something here. Oh, nothing? Okay, well, if they don't play anything, we need to probably try to punish them here. So let's do that. Okay, well, there's their land now, but we can still attack. Okay, that's fine. Actually, I should full control this. Wait, it didn't just never mind. It did not let me full control. Oh well. God, that's annoying. I just don't want to miss any land drops. Okay, we will deny that. Nope, I don't know why I don't know why I keep doing this. Okay, let's play this. Honestly, it's not that bad. Let's keep up Dispel slash... let's keep up Dispelling Exhale plus Rakshasa's Bargain. Lie in wait. Let's counter that. Yep. I want some lands here. Let's definitely take the red land. And I guess I can just take Devotee. Let's take the land. Let's play the Devotee. All right, they're at 10. We have good interaction, like death. Okay. Bring it on. Bring it on, buddy. Yep, that's fine. So now we get to go upkeep. Oh, all right. Green, black. Wait, hold on. Target creature I control. Behold the dragon. All right. Eshki. Okay, they died. They died. And there we go, folks. Wow. I mean, another clean run. Another clean run. This one was a very, very different deck, and I will say, I don't know, I just felt like my opponents didn't really get the best draws, and I felt like they stumbled a little bit, and they didn't really have like the crazy 5-color decks, so, you know, a lot of it is obviously comes down to kind of your pairings and the types of decks that you play against. But let's at least focus on what was nice about this deck. Well, counterspells are amazing in this format because it's good against decks that are trying to be aggressive. But in the late game, everybody's just trying to slam some giant dragon. And by having the requisite number of dragons for your deck plus the exile turns this almost into a hard counter. And that's part of the reason why this is one of the highest performing commons in the entire format. I actually think it's performing as like the second best common. And for me, it's up there. Now, for me personally, I think I still take the removal exhales. For example, I take Molten Exhale and Caustic Exhale over Dispelling Exhale. A lot of that is because people just don't take the counterspell as highly. So you can just expect to get them later. And you don't want like 5 of these. But I do like Dispelling Exhale over Piercing Exhale just because in a lot of decks, the Piercing Exhale, just you don't have enough things to bite with. But in this deck with double Devotee, Temur Tawnyback, and Karsi Revenant, certainly the card was totally fine. So look at this. We had actually a really, really nice curve. Lots of things to do on turn 2. 3 counter spells, Molten Exhale, Glacial, Dragon Hunt, so 4, and then 3 creatures as well on turn 2. So this deck was actually able to withstand potentially some aggressive starts, although our opponents never really had it. Rakshasa's Bargain was an absolute all-star here. It literally just got us whatever we needed at instant speed. It's also really, really nice in a deck with a bunch of counter spells because either you can counter their thing or just find what you need. This deck also had a handful of Renew cards. 1, 2, 3 Renew cards specifically. No, 4, and a Harmonize card. So we actually had the opportunity to get just value. Like we get 2 spells that we want, plus putting Renew cards into our graveyard is also really strong. So I value this super highly. It is a cut above basically all the other card draw spells in the format. We're talking about Focus the Mind, Bewildering Blizzard. I think this is just better than all of them. So take this very, very highly. Eshki is obviously fantastic. Karsi Revenant. The only knock on this card is the double black, but with the double Devotees and our lands, I do think it was fine, along with the double Sultai Monument. So, you know, the mana was a little bit dicey for this deck. Obviously, I wish I had more red sources. As is, I had 3 plus the Sago Wildling, which is 4, plus a Dragon Brood's Relic, so that's 5. And for 1, 2, 3... 4 cards, it's probably cutting it a little bit close. I was really leaning on some of the card draw effects that I had to help me find the red source, but I think ideally I would have liked to play 1 more red source, but I just don't know where I could have given up slots. Maybe I just give up a white source just because I have the one Rally the Monastery, and the Twin Maw Stormbrood is a red card anyways. So perhaps I replace like a Tranquil Cove for maybe another red source, something along those lines. Maybe I should have played the Bloodfell Caves out of my sideboard. Maybe I should have done something like that. But yeah, my mana was a little bit awkward. I think my dual lands were also just the wrong duals in general. I would have really loved to, like, green duals would have been really nice. Not like some of these other ones. Like, for example, I think I had too many black sources. I still needed to play a swamp, but I think I had too many black sources in my duels. Like, I would have loved to replace Bloodfell Caves with a Rugged Highlands, and I think that would have been much, much better for me. But anyways, deck played out smoothly, went 7-0, really happy about that, and this didn't feel like an especially broken deck either. So I feel even better about how this deck went. I love the fact that we have a gazillion 2-mana plays, but we still had things to do in the late game, card draw, and some bombs here. We did have the Eshki, which is a bomb, but like, I just feel like I've lost to far more broken decks. Shout out to Dragon Brood's Relic for just ending games for us in a lot of instances. I do think this is a high pick, especially if you are looking to draft 5 colors. Notably, my win rate for 5-color decks is the highest. Of all the archetypes that I've drafted, other than the red-white deck the one time, in 40 matches, I have a 72% win rate with 5-color. I have a 68% win rate, mid-60s with 4-color, and then funny enough, when I draft straight 3 colors, it's in the high 50s. So straight 3 colors has been the worst performing archetype for me so far. If you want to play lots of colors, maybe you should just look to play 4 or 5 colors, and then if you want to beat down, you probably just want to be red-white with a touch, with a splash, if you absolutely need. But super happy with this result. The win streak continues, and we are now currently sitting at rank 20-something. We are doing really, really great. That's another trophy. I have many, many more trophies to catch up. And it looks like Ekin has come out of hibernation, out of retirement, and he is firmly rank 1. So maybe we can get close and challenge the top dog. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and would like to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. If you need some booster boxes or some singles for all of your constructed decks, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before you make any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmat sleeves, all that good stuff, heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.